crazy. Alright guys, what's up? We're going to be doing part 3 of the Astragoth, or no, what's his name? Oh gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Not Astragoth. It's Astragoth. Astragoth Iron Man. Normally for los locos gringos, los país, normally, see. Oh. Okay, here's the only question. Shoot. That's normally for those local hot shoots.
Gott, Dach, der Ordoxor, Waddle, Distinct, Backbin, Woodrise, Regatai, Distinct, Gottasepu, Arukulet, Draslet, Rukum.
Okay.
so down! Second Seko! Istos! Data Maharut! Bethro! Ei! Mahito Demak! Zarazatadrasja! Gott! Waddle! Arukulet! Sonnenstock! Asum Ahasut! Waddle! Raskazan Wakus! Das Land ist der Ulfskult! Kastalan! Mintadrasgatana! Vahisatu! Drafter! Teusarasu! We're the grain tide! Moving fast! Shifting! Beach on war! Battle! Pashut Saraskon! Rashkazan Walk! Or Angarais! Grimas Gurm! Utmos Sautdos! Elskon! Gonna kill him! We the war! Freelance faction Afron! Stam ist der Ursprung!
I'm here for my family too. The magnetic field is too strong. I can't get us in there.
Everyone's being so cute about my production, so I'm going to show you how I made my song tonight off of Fancy That. The first thing I start off with is figuring out the chords like this. As you can see, I put them in there. Ended up sounding like this. Just changed this vocals to the drums. He's amazing. And this is how we ended up with tonight. Shout out to any producer watching.
Hmm.
A while back, I responded to a video from this channel called Accountable Commentary, where I explained that female nature is universal. That the bad female behavior in black women, you see white women and Asian women and all. Now, Accountable didn't want to hear this. He wants to make this strictly black men's issue. But also, he believes bad behavior from black women onto us white men. You'll see that in this video. Now, Accountable, what do black men say? They say no one holds women accountable. So how are you holding black women accountable when you're blaming their behavior on my influence? I guess your name must be in the wrong thing. Anyway, let's hear this.
Look, the black men. Like I said, when I have some time, I will be responding to these brags.
And there's nothing like on his friends. styles. Therefore, it caught my attention.
Wait, see, that's the difference between black men and white.
Really? So see what I mean? That's like, this guy is all about community. Can't wait to bring us all into different factions. Nothing says male solidarity like breaking us down by race. See, that's what's really important. Not that these black women are treating them with garbage. That there are other races of men out there that he has to compete with.
Hey, I'm talking about black productive men.
Did you hear that, guys? He's talking about productive men. Well, that shows a lot of solidarity to your black brothers. You're only worth something if you're productive. If you're not productive, you're just a bum. You're what we call a trad car accountable, which these women are Astragoths who call them name. You know, Keisha, they're the bad women. There's probably a good black woman out there, the good ones that will select you. Just remember, your video isn't about your wife's gonna be. These women are being masculines. They're not selected, it's not dates.
It's a question. The reason why, and a lot of black men over here already know, the reason why I call, whatever I call it's a coded language over here. It's a coded language. The reason why I started saying Keishas, pound tizzies and all that is because YouTube, right? YouTube, a few years ago, they were, especially around election time, they were clamping down on certain terms, certain words. If you put it in the title, if you say it on the channel,
that's actually true. Like, this is instance. Like, it's true that if you type in the word woman and say something negative, YouTube will erase that. That's true. So the problem is, you're not calling us white men, you're calling us rags. We're white women, so white man. You being bolstered on YouTube. Some dissidents, some feminists say something negative, and you're title of white man. You get all kinds of views. So they're afraid to call me white man. White call me crap. And also, you're playing these guys are building something. Aren't you guys working together in a political system, legal system, to sue YouTube so that they stop censoring our words? Not really. So you're not really building anything.
tightening up on certain words. So in order to get the videos to get passed, without them getting, taken down.
Are you trying to say that Keisha didn't come along and do censorship? I don't believe that. You only had derogatory words for black women for decades.
No, without them getting flagged. You had to come up with terms for whatever you're speaking about. You had to come up with a different type of way of explaining what it is. And that's the way I was able to do videos. That's the way I was able to do videos.
Maybe something else too. I have videos with black women in it, and they still get seen. I suspect they heard nerfed on my channel. The videos that I have turn black women in it. They're not taken down. I suspect yours getting demonetized. That this isn't about the censorship thing. You're not making money. I don't monetize my channel. I want to speak my mind. So I'm really getting paid. You get Patreon. So I gotta allow for the possibility that you're worried about being demonetized. It's an accusation to be able to grow in that possibility. Because I allow for it. There's so many other YouTube channels that aren't involved in this topic. Saying, I can't say this or this because I'm being demonetized. So it's a safe possibility. It's not necessarily a subject where I could at least theorize that you're going to be those reasons.
All you have to do is ask. Like, explain why that's a red flag. Even if you think it's a red flag, let's see if you explain why it's a red flag.
What's still going on with this? It says something about your character. You're stuck on this.
So let's see if he does that. Let's see if he
All women like this, about their age, their race. They're all saying this is female behavior.
That's your explanation that they're all the same.
Well, I just said something. He's an issue with it. He's a character. He's still stuck on the fact that I said he doesn't talk about it in this conversation.
See? That's your explanation? That's your explanation.
I'll give you my explanation. That's it.
And they're all the same. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that all the same. We're
Well,
definitely.
it's about time. We're 6 minutes in and you're finally getting to it. You should have gotten to it in the beginning. So that's what your video title was all about.
We're going to get to that all the same. And the reason why they're saying that is because they're having a hard time getting effective. They're having a hard time getting effective like that.
See that? See, I'm not concerned with my rights. Even while seeing my rights strict. I'm not getting away. I would say, accountable, you're rejecting your desires of me. I'm 60 years old, right? Dating days are right. That's an important issue.
You know why they're having a hard time getting effective? See, the difference between us and them is that Keisha is unrealistic in the way she moves in the dating world, right?
No, she's not good. She'll be a adult mother. These women are unrealistic. They have all the power. They have all the leverage. They can do without us. My gender, that you, is desperate to be with them. They have all the leverage. If they need their man's demand, they just do it now. Because they value it. So these aren't unrealistic. They just go for what they want. They don't get it, so what?
She's unrealistic, right? Keisha is on this Disney fantasy. She believes that she watches reality TV and believes that she deserves this and that. She believes
She
that.
doesn't believe she should get it. She doesn't get it. Remember, she's not alone. This is a win-win situation. All these demands of black guys. If you fulfill it, you won. If you don't fulfill it, they simply do without you. So they care. So there's no one single. This is code.
Her in front of her, she's so consumed by social media, right? So
Social media. Right. So we're saying social media. You got a photo from the 1960s that predates social media. And you're stein up in her little tag. They were also in the 60s. This also predates social media. It's hostility to man and predated social media. Matter of fact, here we are, the suffragettes, pinning white feathers on men's petals to shame them to go to war and die. This hostility has been shown to us for decades, over a century. Which means that it was always there from the beginning of the species. This is what you're ending up.
to the point where she'll tell black men that she's not doing 50-50, she's not doing 70-30.
No, it's just women. Any woman. Never fit. Never. Look at this picture. Where is it? The suffragettes. Look how these women are dressed. They didn't have to go to war. They're pushing the guy wasn't done anything to them to go to war. There's never been 50-50. Hey, look at the channel. It's complicated channel. Talks about all these issues, dating issues with men. Right? These women,
Hey, what's up, Anna Shipado? How are you?
they notice there are different races.
Hope you're feeling better,
You
man.
need to 100%, and you need to have this, you need to have that. You done seen so many of them be unrealistic when it comes to dating. And we just said, you know what, it's time to try other races. It's time to go overseas, try to do that stuff.
Yeah, now that one. I've been around. I have a video.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. Did you figure out what was going on? I think it sounds like maybe it was food poisoning.
You know what? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Out of all the videos, those are my favorite. You know why?
In this video, sorry, photo show. I just showed some guys here. Because we don't like that. In fact, commentary, I should call them accountable. We're in the class game. And I just also bad because we're in the class accountable. They're always working. They're always working on a political level to strip us of our rights. See that? So what I said is true. And these women don't have any black background because they don't want to. They just test you. So that's why there's no benefit. There you go. Fighting years. Yes, yes.
You're not us. You're not us.
Yeah, you're such a special little one. Yeah, we're not. We're going aside. She must be fighting against us. We're fighting against you, guys.
What?
No,
Trash.
you were the ones that put the
Unless
boxes.
you wanna take it back or no? You wanna take it back? You wanna take the jacket back or no? If you wanna take the jacket back, keep the bag. If not, otherwise don't keep it.
They're trying to resolve this.
Yeah, that's right.
See, social services with the government. They gave them a
Oh, es muy bueno. It's good with. Oh my gosh. Spectaculars. Do you like it? Yeah, sorry, 3 meses más bad. But now you have it, it's nuevo. And el otro tiempo, no entiendo. No entiendo. It's so, because it's the winter, you know?
these brats are trying to say is that, oh no, they were like that. They all women are the same.
I'm not trying to say it. I am saying it. I am proving it. You were just clever of reality. Accountable. Now he's got almost 2 hours of this gibberish. And I'm not going through because I made my point. This guy is a racist tradecon. He's angry that he was deselected. He doesn't give a shit of the fact that women are trying to strip him of his rights. And all he can do is blame another group of men for the behavior of women. He can't stomach it. He can't stomach reality. He's just come to terms saying, we're just like men. Getting on with his life. Or fighting back against it. He begs women to be nice. When you blame another group of men for women's behavior, what you're doing is you are banging them. You're a beggar. Accountable. This is pathetic.
Hey, go to sleep, man. Sweet dreams.
Did your teenager develop depression?
Have a good night, though. this a little later. I forgot if Kugas perk is any good. That's trash. Oh, that actually is good. But I'm gonna have to. This is trash. I don't know how this guy's still alive.
Experimentation is my only master. Gondok, put on it as
I don't care about money. I'm gonna keep coming here. Alright, what about, let's see. Nice. 222 research. I have a question for you. Is bueno para tú, no hombres o chicas aquí? Like, hombres para tú, no chicas para mí. It's okay? ¿Qué es esto?
Bueno,
Oh, it's finito? Do you
it's
like?
my explanation.
Yeah, it's bueno. Like you take a bath with it. Oh wait. Where's my medicina? It's in the bag. Alright.
Akaza. Asumor Angas Lock. Azkultad. Takuasta Elgrabus. Thauman Manambaras! Ardugalta! Do you speak of betrayal? Gromadrazul! Hablu! Engare! Karastadrazjarbrin!
There's no need for enough local.
Sabarartun! Dakuas ta Elgra! Alu Frasjaus! Zepartu tabaras a hasut! Padrin Lakash! Shar un Kuz! Awanrag! Easy! Hutmakas better! Zeta throw! Hasut zibartu! Hasut renkidren! Karastadrazjarbrin! Habgruatsardu!
Two. Tu amiga escuchar like the price of gas is more mucho in California. $7? ¿Cuánto?
Thaumancy. There is no other path. Astragoth, Zulahua. Aula Defazwa. Dwarfs Immortal. Hashut Sharmi Dadrindaras. Dwarfs Immortal. Ei, Isoleos Rundik Parag. Ult Trauni Kubelu Grutash.
There's one before.
Getting by.
I hope you don't mind my asking, but, a fire?
I was trapped in one at my old school. I don't remember much about it. What did the alarm they tell me?
The school fire at Augusta Elementary. 38.
Yeah, it was.
Glad you made it out okay.
Me too.
You know what? I decided I want to leave. I'm going to the grocery store next if you want to come. I'm going to take you up on that.
Hi guys, I guess. Yeah, he's entering a grocery store on Roosevelt as we speak. We're letting him. He's targeting Gabby. Yeah, I'll snatch him up. Move to arrest. Move to arrest.
He's sending out false texts. Last one's to Gabby from Sylvie Brett, telling her to meet him at this address.
When?
Now. Hey, Antonio, I'm just about to get in. Antonio.
Gabby, get out of there.
Antonio.
Gabby, listen to me.
Need a little help out here?
To you, I warned everyone. You know what the police call me? God's mistake. But I'm not from God.
Stop. Stop. Listen to me. Stop. If you lit up this elevator car, you're going up too.
I don't care.
You got away with it for so long. If you end it this way, they're gonna say that you made a mistake, and the cops are gonna know that they didn't underestimate you. You will ruin your legacy.
This finishes my legacy.
Hey! Who are you? What's going on? Oh, hey, I just work here, man. I gotta call the elevator. We're stuck.
Excuse me. Kate, what's the start?
Between 3 and 4.
Get out there. How is this so far? To burn. Be consumed in the camp.
Epluribu. Alskand. Kamansianuku. Asumorangaslok. Alpha Lock the Draftsha! Mashu Adadu Adru! Saraz Atadravsha! Frinas! Sakon Sepu! Sisugam! Khasut Kara! Ready, boys! Trash Kazad Water! Udi Ash! Dr. Magos! Drafta! Toman Sianunku! Abdonuzak Akasut! Rajle! Mahito Damak! Ulaut Adugal Fautu! Krunazuna Turmanuntu! Anunkulen, Sankumara, Aksho, Bakita Group, Terapdok, Al-Hula Pripusku, Sahasut, Ja, Unasan.
¿Es caliente o solo aquí? Okay. Oh, fucking tired. Jesus Christ.
Tumskal Kalbanu Nibutu Ukalabara Harvard's Akada Krunazuna Dormanutu Takram Spies Spies Akru Hobgobla Akazas Hobgobla Nuliv Strakagal Toman Sianunku Alstan Akshuk Got Pakita Group Ashut Saras Asfala Potraksha Alska Shah Bara Raja Tamara Toman Sianu Rajle Water Akbasbara Uskul Drogas Uskupelis Asumorangaslok Toman Sianunku Otes Ola Elfabis Odumlen Arnus Snad Greater Makbas Akasa Afesa Elfabis Dakter Terpdok Egi Dragomika Alpha Bay Star Udesar Utdan alabrignatu. Grundon isudem. Utsan ulfuk id. Transkazan bakus. Ut da alabrignatu. Olabrik alska. Zragagets. Sarada kadracha. Bakita grun. Dastan esta urskul. Gott, visut am. Diskurs. Agito deva. Kruna sudan turma nuntu. Alskar, Shah. Asumorangaslok. Ut odior artugar. El gramus sa el gramus. Askala fadrasja. Trinas fadjanachrun. Trinas fadjanachrun. Tauman sianuntu. Askar. Chutara! Carino Pascala!
That's how it looks.
She said, or I love you or something. So she's told you that she loves you?
You're Teresa Simmons? Yeah. Okay, can you step up real quick, please? Teresa, you have a warrant for your arrest. Step up.
A licensed mental health counselor, a vulnerable inmate diagnosed with schizophrenia, and handwritten letters that would turn a jail therapy session into a felony investigation. In January of 2022, inside the Kent County Corrections Facility in Grand Rapids, Michigan, a counselor crossed a line that should have never been crossed. 43-year-old Teresa Lynn Simmons wasn't a corrections officer. She was a contracted mental health counselor working for the Family Outreach Center, providing behavioral health services inside the jail. The inmate at the center of this case was Kevin Bonham. He was housed in disciplinary segregation, known as the Horde. He had a documented diagnosis of schizophrenia, auditory hallucinations, visual hallucinations, prior psychiatric admissions. He was, by definition, a vulnerable inmate. On January 26, 2022, after submitting multiple inmate request forms, investigators first sat down with Bonham, where he was willing to have the talk of what had been happening to him, even though he knew there might be consequences.
And if you wish a lawyer, you're not afford one, the court will appoint one before any question. You understand that? Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. You recall, like it's email or what?
Rick, what's going on tonight? What are we here doing? The date? Is that the vibrator that you referenced in the chat here? Yeah. Would be this. Looks like this one. It's the same box. Do you propose the idea of doing something that looks like wax here? Yeah, no, it's legal for sure. We're going to point out where you wanted this girl to suck you as you just talked about that in the chat. What up, boys and girls? It's your boy, Steve Hansen, back at it again. Right now, we are in Warren, Michigan, in our steam house, waiting for our potential predator to come over. His name is Rick, from Troy, Michigan. So he thinks he's standing on my king girl. He's 49 years old. Rick here in the beginning of the chat says, I'm not a creep, just a nice guy looking for a girlfriend. So if the girl says, and I wouldn't think you're a creep. He acknowledges the age right then and there. He goes on to talk about the girl's mom possibly being okay with them dating because of the age difference. Says, I hope she'll approve me. Then he sends this weird meme here that says my dream girl, like whoever that is. And then he goes on to be really cringe and say weird things like, hey, are your feet sore? Because you've been running through my mind all day with this jazz and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is. Then we got another one. I'm big on giving copies, by the way. In fact, here's one. Are you a parking ticket? Because you have fine written all over you. Rick, I can't say I've ever heard that one. I mean, gosh golly, you're really shining some light on this newfound Riz here. This new banger of a pickup line Riz says, by the way, you must be a time traveler because I can definitely see you in my future. I'm cringing. I can't even. Like my skin is crawling right now reading this. Like I can't do this. You know, if I had a star for every time I thought of you today, I'd be holding the Milky Way in my hands. I mean, he's 49. I think he's like 60. With him talking like this, he's probably lying. He's probably going 10 years below. He's probably 59. And right here, he's looking like a creep. Oh my goodness, this is like creep stat right here. Like these eyes. He says he wants to kiss her slowly from head to toe and everywhere between. Kiss her breast and her kiss her down and suck on the. Is what he says. Then he sends a picture here of looks like a vape that he's planning on bringing. He says, "Speaking of vapes, I got you." He's going to be distributing nicotine vape to him. Looks like here he says, "I'm probably getting a haircut and a few and getting things together to bring over to replace them all." By the way, I had a mini vibrator. Kind of thing I got on Amazon a few months ago, but never got the chance to use it. And here he does, lo and behold, send a picture of the vibrator, and below he says, "Pretty cool. I would use it around. You're pretty powerful. You can use it on me too." The girl says, "How about I use it on you? Where do I put it?" He says, "Right under." Then he says, "One thing I really love is back scratches. Really gets me going." We're going to test out that theory maybe. But here he says he was married. He caught her with a guy, and then he said she was straight up holding the sausage hostage. She says, "What does that mean?" Figure of speech. Holding the sausage hostage, meaning she couldn't get enough of it. Of his. Then he's taking pictures of this like wax stuff, talking about he wants to use this on her too. He wants to use that wax on her. He says it's great for sleep and. I'm thinking this Rick person is going to be quite the character. We can clearly see exactly what he wants to do, what his intentions are, especially if he does end up bringing that vibrator. He's also supposed to be bringing condoms and snacks with him tonight. So Warren PD should have no problem arresting him on scene when we call them out here in just a little bit. Okay, I think we're going to get ready, get the steakhouse ready, and have Rick head on over.
Hello?
Hey, sweetie, it's taking me a little longer than I thought, but we're out the door, okay?
Okay, when are you gonna be here?
About 6:30. Is that too late?
No, that's fine.
I'm trying. My dad's kind of, he gets confused, so he's driving me.
That's fine. Okay, I'll see you then.
All right, I got all that stuff.
Okay, yay, bye.
Right.
So I don't know his him.
Yeah, so his name on the app is Ready Freddy. Yeah, Ready Freddy. But his name is Rex.
So Rick is ready, Freddy, and he is having his dad bring him, drop him off to meet a 10-year-old girl.
I didn't know these two stat.
I don't. Where? Oh, okay.
Rick, you've been running through my mind all day. How are you? Now, this guy has been registered since the year 2008. He has a 4th-degree charge. We're going to go to this party store that's literally right across the street from where he lives. How's it going, Troy? Pretty good. How are you? Troy? Hey, Troy? We know why you're here. Troy, we know where you live. What was going to happen here, Troy, when you met this... Troy.
Who's your people? Hey, I'm on the phone with the police right now. Whoa, put that down. Watch out, he's got a big rock, dude, careful. Oh!
A registered offender, Troy, lives in that house right there.
We don't like coming up on the fact that we got somebody that's not a law enforcement officer chasing somebody around out here with guns.
This is the first pushback you've gotten. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I don't like it.
Having a bit of a gift exchange? What's going on? Well, why don't you have a seat right there so we can talk about it? Rick, what's going on tonight? What are we here doing? A date? With who? The girl? Who's that? What's her name? Tell me about her. How old is this girl you're supposed to have a date with here tonight? So she told you she was... Right. Okay. And how old are you? Old enough to know better, right? About 50 years old, right? Yeah. So what are we doing here tonight? Meeting a date. Well, do you think is it appropriate for a 50-year-old man to have a date with a little girl? Not really. Why is it appropriate?
Gets upgraded.
Just not appropriate. Well, why isn't it though? Like, what's wrong with it? Well, there you go. It is. Well, you had it right. It's well that and it's. Oh, it's illegal. Oh, she told you what? What didn't you know, Rick?
Both of these ended.
Because quite frankly, I have full transfer. So you met her on the Meet Me dating app, right? She did tell you she's on. Ask if the mom will be okay with the age difference. You're a dang what? You're a dang. Is that thank you? Well, it's not only that, Rick. It's also legal. You say I'm totally cool with it as long as you'll approve of me. Well, that's it, right? I imagine you would. And even some of the things you say, like, are your feet sore?
Your hat is...
Bit of an old school whiz. Right there, right? Do you know what whiz? Do you know what that means? Yeah, basically your, I guess, yeah, charisma, but in your area, you know as, I guess, game. Like with a girl, like your ability to flirt with a female. Right. And then you go on to say, are you a parking ticket? Because you got fine.
Consort, of course, see the bloodlust in your eyes, Darkland. This aids.
It's a pretty bad mistake. And then you ask her if it'll be your Valentine. This is just the other day, a little early to ask, but I guess better early than late, right?
Are you a god?
Yeah.
You have a proposal, yes?
It's just, you see, it's not a good look.
Now.
And then here you say, by the way, you must be a time traveler because I can definitely see you in my future. I know you're white, but really, nigga? It's just a stupid thing to do overall, right, Rick? And you say, I hope things are great. If so, I was kind of planning on asking you to be my girlfriend. So you wanted to have a girlfriend? You think, why did you think it would work out? The age difference. It's quite a drastic age difference. I mean, you could be this girl's...
You want to fall out together or no?
You know what I mean? Yeah. And how did you get here tonight, Rick? Not really. Your dad dropped you off here? Did you tell him you were coming to meet your girl? What did you tell him? You just said coming to meet a girl that's younger but even better. Okay. And I see you told your mom about her. Seems like you were pretty serious. Oh, well, you found that out the hard way, right? So what did you tell your mom when you told this girl, when you told her about this girl?
Said she was nice, younger.
Right. I recall in the video chat, you said to this girl that you told your mom that she was 18. I believe you whispered it into the camera. That's what it looked like, right? So why'd you lie to your mom about how old this girl was? Maybe because you know you're doing a bad thing, something illegal?
Oh, a mistake.
A mistake. Have you done this before, Rick? First time? You know how many times I've heard that? I mean, I can see that. It's a really stupid thing to do. And then you have another corny line. You say, if I had a star for every time I thought of you today, I'd be holding the Milky Way in my hands. That's pretty cheesy. I mean, a whole lot of queso in that one. What's with all the cheesy jazz from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air lines that we're using here? Sometimes they work. Okay. How often do those work for you?
I've been on a date a long time.
Okay. I can kind of see why, Rick. I mean, when you're coming with these lines and you know, frosty chapped lips like you have there, and you know this whole whatever this is, it's maybe probably a little bit hard for you to pull a date. But regardless, I mean, it's myself. But regardless, is there no adult you can talk to and say these pickup lines to? Yeah. Why don't you talk to an adult? Use these lines on an adult. It would still be pretty cheesy, and it maybe not work, but at least it would be said to a girl. You know. And then you want to say that you want to. But we get your water. You know what your pants are. But I can see that. And you say, can we turn the bright lights on here so we can get adequate lighting? There we go. Okay. Just making sure. Well, it did overwhelm me when you said you wanted to kiss her slowly from head to toe and everywhere between. Okay, I'll let you take a step. Go for it. So, Rick, when you say you want to kiss her head to toe and everywhere between, where else were you talking about? What did you want? Okay. You say kiss your breast and work my way down. Suck your two. It's not really inappropriate when you say to someone that tells you. Fred, what? Oh, there's a dance. Yeah, well, I'm surprised to see you here today. Like I said, you've been running through my mind all day. Now, using that line you used. There, yeah, that's just... Well, Rick, explain to me, what's going on here? What is all this stuff here? It looks like you brought a whole gift bag. Okay. What is this? Star projector. Were you planning on having a nice romantic... Were you going to have a nice romantic evening with her with this star projecter?
It's supposed to be sushi under the stars, sushi and Chinese.
Oh, you're going to order sushi and project some stars on it. That's nice. You're a romantic type, you see. I have a few chargers here, it looks like. Here. Oh, and a vibrating bullet. Invite a little pleasure.
Now you are here.
What's this? First of all, tell me about it. What is it? Oh, I don't want to try it. I don't know where this has been.
I will
I don't know what this is. Well, I know what it is, but I want to... Wow. Wow. Why? Yeah, why is it in a Ziploc bag? Did you use it before? No. I mean, I'm not doing it if you did. Okay. So let me ask you, Rick, is that the vibrator that you referenced in the chat here? Would it be this? Looks like this one. It's the same box. That vibrator that you said you wanted to possibly use on her and have her use it on you. It's bad. Like, Rick, I mean, is this funny to you? Is it humorous? Okay. Okay. Is it more of an uncomfortable laugh that you're? Okay. No. What were you doing with this? Okay. I mean, were you gonna point out where you wanted this girl to suck you as you did talk about that in the chat right there. That's a good spot right there. I mean, you said that's where you wanted the vibrator to use, right? And then, right, under the tip, yeah. That's okay, right? And then you want to kiss her and suck on her breast while you play with her clit. So, and then you say you might do these things in the shower. I'm just making sure you remember everything. Okay. You had a dream that she kissed you from head to toe and stroked you and sucked you, and then you got on top. And it seemed like you wanted to actually bring that dream to reality. There's a lot going on. Not really. Well, that's quite a bit. You got the stars, the vibrator. Did you bring condoms? I'm asking you. Probably. Well, wouldn't you know? You brought them so you do a condom. They're in your pockets? Are they over here somewhere? They're probably somewhere over here. So were you planning on having well, you brought condoms just in case. Just in case what? In case there was a zombie apocalypse? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's more. I didn't know. So the condoms. So just so I have it straight, Rick. Okay. And you brought Axe body spray too. Wow, I haven't seen that since my high school days. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You know. But let me understand, Rick. You say you weren't going to have there yet. You brought condoms just in case. Is it just so you detected there was an armed robbery, or? Just in case it got there, is what you're saying. Then you would have had protection. Okay. So is it safe to say? Okay. So Rick, is it safe to say that if we weren't here tonight and a girl was and she was willing, would you have had fried chicken down? Okay. Okay. But you see why that's a little. You see why it's hard to believe. I mean,
Just being honest, that surprises.
Surprises, yeah. This is. Yeah.
I didn't know nothing. I didn't know
Yeah, if you would have had, if we weren't here, would you have had? Is what I'm wanting to know. You would have punked out. Okay. Well, fair enough, but you see, right? But you see why that's hard to believe when you brought condoms and all this other stuff, and sushi under the stars, when you're playing the hand, all that, and the vibrator. The vibrator is just, and then we even have a dream or a star projector. I haven't actually. That's interesting. I haven't seen that. And then we have a galaxy projector. Did you just get all this stuff recently just for her, or do you have this stuff at home? Okay. Does all this stuff have to plug in? Okay. Well, while we're here, you know, we might as well see how it works. You know, what drugs did you do? Okay. Hey, that's not bad. Well, we see you like to talk to online and meet them, apparently. Well, Rick, I mean, that's the whole reason we're here, right? You know. And yep, that's your cat. And how old is the feline here? Well, that's close to the age of the girl you're here to meet. Anything funny going on with the feline here? No. Okay. No, I don't find it funny either, but you'll be surprised at what we've seen. We've been doing this for a long time. We've had guys do things with very sense. Well, good. I'm glad you have it. I'm glad. But I had to ask, Rick. Well, we don't know that yet. We're not a TV show. We're more so just concerned citizens. Turn that light on. It doesn't. Holy shit. Look at that.
You're going to use this coochie and some coochie tonight.
Oh, keep it off actually. We might as well set it. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, there was a straight one that I really liked. Because I liked it because it was about the same color as the vibrator. It kind of matched that, you know. Yeah. Actually, right now, yeah, if you look at the blue in this, the hue, it's like the same color as the vibrator you brought. Yeah. You say one thing I love is back scratches. Really gets me going. Like rough scratches. Oh, so you want her to kind of give a little bit of a back scratch there. Okay. And then you do talk about how you got divorced back in 2010. You caught your wife cheating with another gentleman. Okay. And then you go on to say, you say she was straight up holding the sausage hostage. What does that mean, holding the sausage hostage? Computer guy. Okay. Okay. Sometimes. Oh, well, look at those. That's a cool one. Wow, this is really romantic.
This one?
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay. Have you plugged the vibrator in a long time?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Oh, okay. Why didn't it work out? Did you use a cheesy pickup line on her?
No, she did.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I hear you. When they got mood swings, like you gotta back out while you're still up, man, you know?
She's like, oh,
yeah. Well, the thing is, she left it up to you to say what you want to do, and that you said what you said, Rick. You know, you didn't have to go as far as to say the things you did and send pictures of the vibrator. No, you didn't. No, you didn't send a picture of your junk. I can respect you for that at least.
Someone wants to get
Yeah, it's never been for me. I've never talked to anything about. I typically if I come across someone telling me they're underage, I don't talk to them anymore. I stop talking to them. Some people are different though. I mean, where do you go from here? I mean, what do you think? What do you think should happen? You don't know. For someone that does a thing like this, you think there should be, I don't know, some kind of repercussion? Some kind of punishment? I'm asking you. I just want to know your thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. And what's the lesson to be had today? Go around and find out. Sure. Well, I have to let you know that I'm Steve Hansel, Predatory Investigation Unit. Okay. And we're doing online series about adults who try to meet up online. I appreciate it. And you've just been steeded in 4K.
What are you doing here today? Okay, can you tell me about that? I mean, I'm just asking.
I think you should probably tell him what. Be specific.
What's that? She wasn't 18. And you came here knowing that? No, I know. Okay. And hang on. I know things happen, right? I don't think you're a bad guy at all. So what's that? Okay, so what was your intentions? So what did you come here for? Okay, what was your hope for that? What does that mean? What would that do? I mean, I've been nothing but honest with you, right? I just want you to be honest with me. I mean, so you. What's that? In case what?
I don't know. Just in case.
In case what? Richard, it's. I think you should be honest, man. In case. In case you got one.
Yeah, in case.
Okay, yeah, and that was part of your hope for the day.
Not necessarily. In case it.
Well, you came here. You knew she wasn't 18. You knew she was.
Yeah.
Okay, and you brought the condoms and these other toys in hope.
Well, this is
That, no, hold on. Yeah. In hope that you two were gonna have.
necessarily hope, but possibility. I don't know.
Okay, so you came here to meet a little girl and you brought condoms.
Oh.
I'm giving you the opportunity to be a man and be honest.
All right, I made a mistake.
Okay, then be a man and be honest and say what you came here to do.
Okay, to meet someone to possibly do that. Maybe. I wasn't sure. I should have just done it.
Okay. What'd you bring, dude?
Some light things, light soap, scrap protector, and then some.
Okay.
He's a bear send ready.
Did you bring this back too? Rough snack? All that. Hey, you're getting that?
None of those. Yeah.
Oh, this.
You're so naive.
You brought all kinds of toys. All kinds of toys.
Why don't you stand up real quick? Should make sure you got the good around. The vape line.
Bring
You have a proposal.
for now. Noska,
I am told you want to talk. How disappointing.
the thing assist me now.
He has an app on his tablet called Pickup Lines.
My master
Weird.
is
For, he's been being all from here. The cheesy category. I didn't know there was such an app.
Yeah, you left the tablet here.
That's crazy. All right, so that was 54-year-old kid. Turns out he was lying about his age. He just went to jail. Warren PD scooped his up real quick. And as you can see, we're having a little bit of fun with the gifts they brought. This is my new star projector here. Loving this thing. I think it looks really good on me. I think the sort of the rainbow tones here really emphasize my skin. I think it really brings my skin out, makes it pop. But anyway, that's all we're gonna be able to do with our boy Rick. Fortunately, we couldn't let his dad. That was fun. I mean, his dad did come in and like bring the stuff in. But hey, what are you gonna do? That's one more predator off the streets. Now we got a couple more predators to get probably tomorrow in Warren here. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And we're done for the night, boys and girls. Let's get it going.
I have outside. It's very hot, and then it's like the opposite of yesterday. Yesterday is like weather very local. In Arizona, and I went to the ATM and there's like a lot of like I'm running from the ATM. My comic. Yeah, and then today is hot. That's normally for los locals. Normally for los local gringos.
But this thing, like online, like most people make content online are straight swear ass. They're like, listen, let me tell you something. You're like, look at this. I'm just not that. So I was one of the first people who's like actually a stud, who chose in all ways, and I know it hurts. If I saw me drive by, like if I pulled up the way I pulled.
Well, I think he got jealous of all this attention Larry's getting. So he saw what Larry did, right? And he went out and he found his own Sharmuta that he can wife up in a month like an idiot, right? So he can get the same attention as Larry, doing the same old things. And also, reminds me, he's probably also jealous because you know how he saw Larry taking all the apple pies from the other guys? Well, maybe Peggy, he wants to taste the slice for himself, that piece of shit sick. So Wes goes live, his first kick stream, and he starts off by introducing to everybody his Sharmuta wife. And, there's rumors that she was like all the rest. A former Sharmuta, a real one too.
Get the princess coming down, the best person ever. She made it!
I will hear you.
Tribesman.
So people online said that I got her fake tits and she broke up with me. She gave me the biggest, she checked me like that, but that's not true. You guys quit making up scenarios about my life. They're just not true.
So talking about it, Sharmuta, I still can't figure out. 1 month he's known this bitch. How does he marry her, right? High school, grammar school shit. Did she greet him the way that no other girl, they never want to greet him the way he wants. Maybe that's why he married her. Did he pay her? Wait, actually thinking about this, he got greeted many times in prison that way. So maybe finally, this is the first time a girl did it to him too. So that's why he put a ring on this shit.
Yes.
Thank God I had lightning strike.
Love it. Why you're saying
Oh my god.
Then as the night starts going on, he starts drinking a bit more, right? Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he stands up, he starts moving, he starts dancing, right? And then he starts sliding across the floor like it's Michael Jackson doing the fucking moonwalk, that asshole.
Okay, look, this is crazy concept in Miami where you're like, oh, you got for all the ladies and all the people who don't understand like life. Okay, when it's cold in a place, especially like Miami, you do this. It's crazy. Watch this. Watch this. It's cold right here. It's cold right here. It's cold right here. It's cold right here. It's not cold right here. I'm already sweating, and then I just come back in, and I just come back in, and I just come back in, and then I just cruise back in. And when I come back in, I'm kind of perfect temperature, and I don't need someone carrying me out there or change the temperature in the house. I'm able to just kind of like regulate my temperature by going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like,
Then when he gets back to the table and he sits down, he notices that that clown show of company that he has there, they're not paying attention to him, right? Their heads are all stuck in the phone, and he starts getting pissed off because he gives a shit about what he has to say.
What are you guys watching? What are you watching? What are you looking at? Instagram?
And that got me thinking, they're not paying attention to him because nobody wants to hear that bitch's ass mouth not shutting the fuck up, making no sense, repeating the same old stories for years online. Nobody wants to hear that shit, right? But that does get me thinking, when you go out and everyone's head is stuck in a fucking phone, that shit pisses me off too. So I don't normally agree with much with this asshole Peggy, but that would annoy me too. But we all know the reason why they're not paying attention to him, because nobody wants to hear what he has to say. The best part of the night, right? He takes a look at his comments, the chat in the kick stream, and he realizes that the only people that are there in the comments are his haters. Nobody over there likes him. He starts getting embarrassed in front of all the people reading out all those comments.
You guys, it must be awesome to go online and see someone as great as me. I know it hurts. Like, for all you haters. Haters. I know it hurts. And
then he takes a look at his Sharmuta's face as she's reading them, and he starts getting even more embarrassed because they start mentioning me.
Y'all so annoying. What? I don't have to log.
What is this? I'm not actually reading your freaking stupid book.
So I gotta fix my teeth. And all you guys can use that against me. Like, fix your teeth, please. It's like, dude, you guys who do that are so weird. What the fuck is it?
They suck, yo.
They're lost. They're lost. I play Dungeons and Dragons all day. I've never got pussy. I'm a weirdo. But you computer guys can lose your weirdos. That's just what it is. Like, this is what it is. Sorry.
And then, of course, what happens when he starts reading all these things that he can't handle, which is why his YouTube comment section is blocked. He starts going crazy, starts going off on the haters, and spitting out all this dumb shit again.
But it's all good. Just don't read it.
It makes me laugh. It's so funny to me.
My like hater comments and videos they surpass everybody's.
Do you know?
But this is the thing, like online, like most people who make content online are straight square ass motherfuckers. Like, listen, let me show you something. You're like, look at this guy. I'm just not that. So I was one of the first people who's like actually a stud, who kills in all ways, and I know it hurts. If I saw me drive by, like if I pulled up, the way I pull up, I would be impressed by me. That's just what it comes down. There's no way around it. I'm like, did you see that motherfuckers roll up like that? That's your guys' goal, It's without lying. You have to pull it out.
So Peggy, I gotta say, I'm really excited about this whole kick thing you're doing, I think people are really gonna finally see the real side of you, the one that you want everybody to appreciate and to love. And I'm all in support of it because, think about all the great content you're gonna give not just me, but everybody.
You've been shut in, you've been like house, people who are like, just like, literally like straight nerds who don't go anywhere and have no social skills. What's hard for you guys is actually getting pussy and going out and meeting chicks and being a social person. I don't get how it's kind of weird, dude.
Now, a while back, I responded to a video from this channel called Accountable Commentary, where I explained to him that female...
Was about, man. The 60s wasn't about a change in technology. The 60s was about a change in ideas. A change in ideas. How did they end up in the rat community? Because you never built the rat community. How were they able to lead the communities that were built? You couldn't kick the black men out of the homes because they owned those homes.
to him that female nature is universal, that the bad female behavior in the black women you see in white women and Asian women. Now, Accountable didn't want to hear this. He wants to make this strictly a black men's issue. But also, he blames bad behavior from black women onto us white men. You'll see that in this video. Now, Accountable. What do black men say? They say no one holds women accountable. So how are you holding black women accountable? When you're blaming their behavior on my life, I guess your name must be ironic. Anyway, let's hear this.
Salute the black men.
Broken.
Like like I said, when I have some time, I will be responding to these Brads.
And here's nothing white calling us Brads. Brad is the white branch of Chad. The white version is Tyrone. Chad is a guy who is attractive to women on a physical level.
What's my mod?
Tall, he's got a chiseled jaw, he's good looking.
Is
I'm only 5'6", and I look like this.
Is my mod? It's different.
Unless you're using Brad as a racial slur. Because I notice you call yourselves black men, but you call us Brads as opposed to white men. Anyway, continue.
And let's just get straight to it. I was going to say the reason why they responding. But let's just get straight to it.
Well, why didn't you? Then people guys would know what it's about.
Let's get straight to it.
Okay, so on my Reddit, someone posted this video.
Does normally
Accountable commentary. Now, Accountable gets it right.
Does normally Pearl
there's no
los
moral,
cups
right?
with-
Women always had hostility towards
It's cheap.
But there you go,
It's-
give me kudos,
it's-
right? So I give credit where credit is due.
Because of
But
me?
of course, this guy, Accountable, is going to blame another group of men.
Yeah,
Well,
it's.
there you go.
I know it's cheap. It's maybe like $1.
Now, Accountable, there's the first red flag, is I don't see you in your comment section.
Does normally Pearl
Okay,
los
that's a red
cups
flag.
from Walmart.
But anyway, let's get into this.
Why is that a red flag? You know why it's a red flag for him? Because he knows nothing
I
about
have more agua and you can
No,
bring
no,
it
I'll explain
upstairs
the
from
red
the
flag.
car.
Why? It's a red flag because, guys, this isn't just you.
Or
Accountable.
maybe do you
But guys who
prefer
never talk to the
an
guys who
agua
comment
from the
see them
sink?
as pay pigs.
No, it's
See
muy
them as
delicioso,
useful
baby.
tools to bolster the algorithm for their channel. That's been my experience. It's not because I don't know anything about you.
knows nothing about me, just picked out a video, which is cool.
No, I didn't just pick out a video. Someone else placed it in my subreddit. So they thought it was important, therefore it caught my attention.
But see, that's the difference between black men and Brad.
Really? So see what I mean, guys? Like, this guy is all about community, but he can't wait to break us up into different sections. Nothing says male solidarity like breaking us down by race. And I think that's what's really important. Not that these black women are treating them like garbage. That there are other races of men out there that he has to compete with.
We think. I'm talking about black productive men.
Did you hear that, guys? He's talking about productive men. Well, that shows a lot of solidarity to your black brothers. You're only worth something if you're productive. If you're not productive, you're just a bum. You're what we call a tradcon, accountable. You're a traditional conservative. You're male hostile. You worship the opposite sex, and you're hostile to your own. By rights, it doesn't matter if your fellow black man has a job or not, or if he's unemployed. He's a man like you. He deserves respect. So not only are you othering me because I'm a different race, you're othering other men who aren't productive. Right?
And Brad, black productive men, right, will not assume anything about a channel they know nothing about.
I didn't make any assumptions. I said it was a red flag. That's a warning. A warning is an assumption. A warning could turn out to be untrue. Suspicion. Again, it's not an assumption.
Because they don't understand what's happening over there. In order to
I understand what's going on over there, the same thing that's going on over here. Because women and men are universal. I understand people. I understand women and men. So whatever's happening in your community is happening in mine. Oh, by the way, I shouldn't use the word community. Because community is centered around women. Once your women ditch you, you don't have a community. I don't consider this a community when you have a bunch of guys in your comment section that aren't even worth you talking to.
Understand what is going on my channel, you have to be at least a little bit familiar with my channel. The reason
I don't have to be familiar with the channel. I just have to be familiar with you. Let me show you something. There's glorious fighting in a black woman. They're showing solidarity against men. These are class enemies of men. They're not fighting for women's rights. They're attacking men. And they got together. See? White men suffer the exact same thing that black men do. And black women, by the way, they see themselves as female first, and black a distant second. Because people will see her as female first. If the Titanic is sinking, she's going to get a seat ahead of me. She's going to be right next to Steiner. I'm the one who's going to drown, along with you. And that's why I show solidarity with men of all races. The fact that you don't want to says something about your character.
The reason why I'm not in the comment section is because I've been told, brothers, when I first started this channel, the comment section is for the brothers in the community. It's a
really? So you're not a brother or a part of this community? If it's for that, how come you're not in it?
Community over here. The comment section is for the brothers. It's for the brothers to build. I don't need to.
What do you mean build? This is so vague. Build what? What are you guys building? Look, are you starting MRM and fighting for your rights? Because that's what I'm trying to build, because this is what concerns me. My rights as a human being. Men are losing their rights. I have a whole playlist about this. Where women are trying to strip the rights of men, period. See this one? That's a black woman. She's trying to strip men of their rights. She doesn't specify black men only. Her efforts are for men of all races. So men have something in common, no matter where we're from. The fact that you're trying to deny this says something about you. But also, again, you guys aren't trying to build anything.
To be there. I don't need to be there.
You don't need to be, but you don't want to be there. That's the important thing. I don't need to be in my comment section, but you see me all over it, because I want to be there. I want to talk to the guys who support my channel, and have something to say. You're not there because you don't want to be there. Just admit it.
Now, if you look in the comment section, you don't see black men saying, oh, how come AC is not in the comment section? First of all, y'all know that I'm reading the comment section. I'm reading. But I said the comment section is for black men and the black men only. Right?
Okay, so aren't you a black man? Then why aren't you there?
Right? So, how is it a red flag? Let's see if you explain that instead of going on. Are you just going to be just like a Keisha? Like, can somebody go ahead,
Oh, so if someone doesn't agree with you, they think like a female.
Oh, they don't. Keisha gets their way of thinking from some of these Brads also. They get some of their.
There you go, guys. What did I say? What are we at? Not even 3 minutes. These black women, their way of thinking, they got it from us white guys. We made your little girls, your sweet, loving girls, into these monsters. You just can't come to terms. Women don't like men, period. Doesn't matter where they're from or what their race is. Men didn't make women do shit. The way I think it's not my fault your women are rejecting me. They just don't like it. Now, it's undeserved. I agree with that, 100%. I agree with that. It's undeserved. I never list they are doing it of their own volition. This is something they want.
He's Brad. Let's see if he said, why is it a red flag? Let's see if he said, before you move on, let's see if he said, why is it a red flag? Let's see.
You're really stuck on this, aren't you? This is something when you're not even concerned with the main gist of the video, right?
You know, so he's not going to say, why is it a red flag? It's a blanket statement.
No, it isn't a statement. I said it's suspicion. Those are two different things.
I'm telling you, man, he's Brad. Slowing out those videos about these Keishas in the 60s. Those are my favorite videos to do.
Red flag number 2. There's a specific word for a group, right? It's a kind of woman. Keisha, right? They're just women, dude.
Again, slow. Don't know anything about. This is the reason why we're different from them.
See, hey, nothing says solidarity like other than family, right? Now, did you say anything about what I just said there? I said it's universal. Do you disagree or do you? Agree.
First of all, you're too jealous. That's your problem. You're too jealous.
I'm jealous? I'm jealous of you. Are you saying I want to get with one of these black women, or I'm jealous of your channel? What am I jealous of? So me saying all the same is due to jealousy.
Their biggest issue with us black men is that they're too jealous. You're too jealous to ask yourself, well, why is there a term, or why is he referencing these groups of people by these terms? All you have to do is ask.
So jealousy is keeping me from asking this question? I don't need to ask a question, I understand. These women are pissing you off, so you call them a name. You know, the Keisha, they're the bad women who dumped you. But there's probably a good black woman out there, the good ones that will select you. Because remember, your video isn't about your rights as a human being. So these women are being nasty to us. They're not selecting us, they're not dating us.
It's the question. The reason why, and a lot of black men over here already know, the reason why I call, whatever I call, is a coded language over here. It's a coded language. The reason why I started saying Keishas or, pound tizzies and all that is because YouTube, right? YouTube, a few years ago, they were, especially around election time, they were clamping down on certain terms, certain words. If you put it in the title, if you said it on your channel, they was.
That's actually true, but I believe this is an excuse. Like, it's true that if you type in the word woman and say something negative, YouTube will erase that. That's true. The only problem is, you're not calling us white men, you're calling us brads. The word white woman, it's like white man, will be bolstered by YouTube. If some misandrist, if some feminist says something negative in her title about white men, she'll get all kinds of views. So you're free to call me a white man. Why call me Brad? And also, you claim these guys are building something. Aren't you guys working together in the political system, and legal system, to sue YouTube so that they stop censoring our words? Not really, so you're not really building anything.
Tightening up on certain words. So in order to get the videos to get passed without them getting, taken down.
Are you trying to say that Keisha didn't come along until YouTube censorship? I don't believe that. I believe you probably had derogatory words for black women for decades.
No, without them getting flagged. You had to come up with terms for whatever you're speaking about. You had to come up with a different type of way of explaining what it is, and that's the way I was able to do videos. That's the way I was able to do videos.
You're leaving something else too. I have videos with the word black women in it, and they still get seen. I suspect they are nerfed on my channel. The videos that I have with the term black woman in it, they're not taken down. I suspect yours get demonetized. That this isn't about a censorship thing, but you're not making money there. I don't monetize my channel. I want to speak my mind, so I don't worry about getting paid. You got Patreon, so I gotta allow for the possibility that you're worried about being demonetized. It's not an accusation, it's me allowing for that possibility. Because I allow for it, there's so many other YouTube channels that aren't involved with this topic. Say, I can't say this or this because I'll be demonetized. So it's a safe possibility. It's not necessarily an assumption, but I could at least theorize that you're doing it for those reasons.
All you have to do is ask, but explain why that's a red flag. Even if you think it's a red flag, let's see if you explain why it's a red flag.
He's still going on about this. It says something about your character. If you're stuck on this.
Let's go. Let's see if he does that. Let's see if he
all women are like this, what their age or their race, they're all the same. This is female behavior, right?
That's your explanation that they're all the same.
What I just said? I just said something. He has an issue with it. He's ignoring it. He's still stuck on the fact that I said he doesn't talk with the men in his comments.
Same? That's your explanation? That's your explanation is that...
I gave you my explanation in this video.
That they're all the same. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that all the same. We're definitely...
Well, it's about time. We're 6 minutes in and you're finally getting to it. You should have gotten to it at the beginning, because that's what your video title was all about.
You're going to get to that all the same. And the reason why they're saying that is because they're having a hard time getting a Becky. They're having a hard time getting a Becky, black men. You
see that? You see, I'm not concerned with my rights, even while seeing my rights stripped. I'm about getting laid. I would say, accountable, you're projecting your desires onto me. I'm 60 years old. My dating days are behind me. That is your issue.
You know why they're having a hard time getting a Becky? See, the difference between us and them is that Keisha is unrealistic in the way she moves in the dating world, right?
No, she's not, dude. So you don't know what you're talking about. These women are unrealistic. They have all the power. They have all the leverage. They can do without us. My gender, like you, is desperate to be with them. That gives them all the leverage. If they don't get their man's demand, they just do without it. Because they don't value the man. So these aren't unrealistic. They just go for what they want. They don't get it, they go, so what?
She's unrealistic, right? Tisha is on this Disney fantasy. She believes that she watches reality TV and believes that she deserves this and that, and she believes what's
Well, she doesn't believe she deserves it. She's just demanding it. She doesn't have to get it. Remember, she's not gonna lose. This is a win-win situation for black women. They can make all these demands of you black guys. If you fulfill it, they get what they want. If you don't fulfill it, they simply do without you because they didn't care. So there's no losing for them. This is code from you, accountable.
in front of her. She's so consumed by social media, right?
Social media, right. So you're saying social media. Well, you've got a photo of the 1960s that predates social media. And here, Gloria Steinem and her little attack dog, they were also in the 60s. This also predates social media. Women's hostility to men have predated social media. Matter of fact, here we are, the suffragettes, pinning white feathers on men's lapels to shame them to go to war and die. Women's hostility has been shown to us for decades, over a century, which means that it was always there from the beginning of the species. This is what you're into now.
To the point where she'll tell black men that she's not doing 50-50, she's not doing 70-30.
Since when did any...
So you need to know you cannot revisit the library here, or you will be subject to arrest. That's all locations. Either you're following staff directive and banging the mouse. So you need to know you cannot... My name's Caitlin. We're going to move forward with trespassing you from our library for not following staff directive and banging them out. So you need to know you cannot revisit the library here, or you will be subject to arrest. That's all locations.
Either give me the trespass warning, you told me to stop, but I have used the house. I can't hear anything outside here.
Okay, this is the trespass warning, and you can appeal that by mail, email, or through the web. So we'll give you this paperwork. Okay. And we're going to ask you to leave. Okay. And then that's your legal trespass paperwork from the city of Washington. All right.
What's his name? What's his name?
My name?
No, the person that... What's his name? The person that complained?
No one complained. It's not following staff directive.
There's a name though. There's a name though.
My name's on it. Officer Jalen Chris.
No, the person that made the complaint.
You're leaving right now, or you're going to end up going to jail, okay?
I can't go to jail because I didn't do anything. I didn't make any
Well, as right now, you're being told to leave and you're refusing to leave. So if you continue to refuse to leave,
I'm not
you're
refusing to
going to
leave. I'm refusing to leave. How would I be taken to jail? There's no evidence.
Just gather your things and we'll walk out so that way it doesn't even go that route, okay?
So you have to explain how it's taken to jail.
And if you don't get up and start leaving right now, I'm going to put you in handcuffs and take you to jail. And I don't want to do that, okay?
You're not putting me in handcuffs?
Yes, ma'am. I need you to gather your things up and let's go. I'm going to give you one more opportunity. Gather your things up and let's go, okay?
You're not going to tell me that I need to go to jail.
Well, just gather your stuff and that won't even happen, okay?
Can you get the employee's name, please?
No, you need to leave.
You need to give me the employee's name. You can go through the appeal process and my name on my issue trespass. My name is Caitlin.
But there was a situation that I have to explain. Then why are you telling me what to do? I'm just asking for a name and I can't get a name.
Or you're going to be arrested.
I'm not going to get arrested.
You need to leave now.
I'm not going to get arrested.
As long as you leave, then yes, you will not get arrested.
How do I get arrested though? Explain how we get arrested. You got a probable cause to get arrested.
This is one more chance. You stand up and leave, or I arrest you right now.
I'm not scared of you.
I'm not trying to make you scared.
No, you're very unprofessional.
Okay, you gonna get up, or we're gonna go to jail? There we go.
You're trying to undershoot us.
Just grab your stuff. You don't need to worry about it. Grab your stuff and let's start walking towards the exit.
You have to come up here. You told me to leave. And you're gonna have to get ready for a lawsuit. What's your name?
Man, start making your way towards the door. You're now under arrest.
You didn't even. I'm just asking for your name.
Under arrest.
I'm just asking for a name.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not resisting. I'm about to leave. How can I be arrested if I'm about to leave?
Can I get 45 please?
I'm about to
Put your
leave.
hands behind your back. I don't want to hurt you. Stop.
I'm about to leave though.
Stop.
I was just looking at the name. I was just looking at the name, sir. I was looking at the name. I was looking at the name. I was just looking at the name. I promise you, I was looking at the name. I was not resisting. I was just looking at the name. Asking for the first name.
Stop moving. Stop. I don't want to hurt you, man.
Just let me explain. I was looking at the name. You saw me get up. You saw me get up. I was about to leave. I promise you.
If I move from now, I'm not hurt something.
I was just asking for the name. Please. Sir, I was just
I
asking
have
for
one
the name.
resistant. Just send me 45. Don't need to 44. I'm holding her now. I just need one more to help me cuff.
I was just asking for the name, sir. I'm not even
You can let me put your hand in this cuff, or you can wait for 4 more people to come do it.
I'm just please listen to what I'm saying, because the whole time you guys did not listen. I had music on. I had music on.
Okay,
I promise you, I'm not going to like, I really care about like that.
Okay,
I'm
you should
not
have left when I
I just asked for the name because this is a situation I have to appeal. So I didn't see your first name, that's it. I was just about to leave. I have no problem leaving. That's not even worth me going through all that.
When you guys come up to the 4th floor, go to your right, past the computers. Back up, you're going to the back of the library.
This is a big different name. I just asked for the name. The lady just mentioned appeal, and that's all I was doing. Just for asking for a name?
We gave you the name now.
No, you didn't. I just asked for the first name. I honestly, J. Cruz. How am I supposed to appeal and take a further matter without no name? I'm asking for a name. Nobody asked me the name. I was like, how was I even giving me a chance at my mouth?
No, left arm.
I'm about to leave.
Stop, do not twist around.
I'm not. I was asking for the name. No.
We really try to give her every chance to work out.
No, you didn't. I was about to get out. I was about to leave. You can ask anybody else.
Well, when I'm like,
How much is it arrested for? I'm not about to go to jail. You guys now let me go.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not. Because you're the body count. You're the body count. You're the body count. No, please. I was about to get out. That's just for a name. He put my hands up on me. That makes no sense. Alright, we'll take a look at the cameras. Please do. I was about to leave. I have work to go to. I have things to do. Alright, so just get up and leave next time. I promise you, I'm not a person that cares about like that. There's other lives I go to. I don't need space right now. Next time, just follow instructions. Things like I do instructions. Nothing like that. I can take the thing back. I have to go work today. I can't answer.
I wish you would have just walked out with me the first time I asked.
I'm asking you for a name. That's all I did. I didn't say I'm not leaving. Usually there's a refusal. I was like, okay, make me leave or something like that. I did not do all that. I did not do that. It doesn't make any sense. I didn't even refuse anything. I just asked for a name. I think I let me go.
No, you're going to jail.
I'm not going to jail. I only asked for a name. I didn't do any refusing.
We're beyond that. Yes. At this point, we're going to jail. Okay, no,
I can't talk to
Sir, you guys know how to right?
No, I don't need anything extra.
I have to talk to my lawyer. I have to do all that. I'm not
You would
going
be able to do that at the jail. But it's
No,
I don't mind searching, just, you know.
Yes, sir, I can't.
That's what's
I
happening.
can't. I didn't do anything wrong. Are you kidding me? I just asked for a name.
Don't make anything worse.
I didn't
Because you're going to be in there longer. If
It was like I didn't do anything wrong. I just asked for a name. Just let me explain. I was looking at the name.
No, we got
Right now. I appreciate you for saying that.
I'm so sorry.
This is Joshua desperately apologizing to his friend Hannah after he accidentally shot their common friend. Initially, officers also believed this story.
Typically nice kid. Yeah, he's been very quiet all the time. You know, he's been shot. He's like, I have worked in 2 hours. I've worked in 2 hours. He's being shot. He's been very quiet.
But as they dig deeper, the case begins to unravel with dark secrets woven into this twisted love triangle, and the quiet insecurities of one individual slowly coming into focus.
Hannah, you said she's very outgoing, very gregarious. Would you maybe describe her as flirty?
She's very flirty.
That's what happened, certainly. I don't really understand how taking this gun is just a flashlight.
I felt like a complete for just randomly picking up a gun that I did not know what to really do with. Like
around 3:30 a.m. on December 31st, 2023, just one day before New Year's, the Lake Stevens Police Department receives a disturbing call. On the line is 23-year-old Hannah Lee Gage, her voice shaking as she watches her boyfriend Neil bleed out from a gunshot wound to the chest.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
Oh my God, please hurry. 12703 16th Street Northeast, number 27, Lake Stevens, Washington.
Repeat that one more time.
12703 16th Street Northeast, Lake Stevens, Washington, number 27. Hurry, someone's been shot, hurry, please hurry. Please hurry.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Oh my God, I don't even know. My friend just shot my other friend's gun, and I think he was just trying to play around me. Oh my God, please hurry.
Ma'am, the person with the gun, where are they?
Oh my God.
Do you know the guy?
Yes, I don't know his last name. Oh my God, my friend was shot.
Ma'am, I'm going to say somewhere safe. What's your name?
One second.
Can you 2 seconds separate yourself and tell me exactly what happened?
Okay, please hurry. I don't even know.
Ma'am, I've already got the officer side. You need to just try to take a breath from my hand. Scary.
Oh my God.
Did the right thing. Try to separate yourself. The man with the gun, where is he?
He's in my sister's young from the house. I don't need the house. I don't even know what to do.
Okay, what is his name?
What's your name? What's your name? Josh. Oh my God.
Officers rush to the scene, already knowing it demands their immediate attention. The victim may be moments away from death, while the killer stands nearby, watching. And when they step into the house, the scene is just as horrific as they imagined it to be.
What's that? Come inside. Hey.
Hello? Yo?
They are.
I literally thought the gun was a flashlight because he was using it as a flashlight. We were looking for a tag and I saw that I was using a flashlight.
1911 to 1922, bring your red bag in. 868, can come in 6 here.
I literally thought it was a flashlight. Come over here. Yes, sir. Just one? Yes, one shot.
Is he okay?
Turn that off.
No, it's not okay.
On the floor lies 27-year-old Neil Forestier, shot in the chest and unresponsive. As paramedics work to revive Neil, his friend Joshua Kelly is detained as he repeatedly insists the shooting was an accident.
I literally thought it was a flashlight, sir. Because he was using it as a flashlight. Stay over there. Sir.
1911 secure.
Oh my gosh. Is he so pretty? Is he so pretty?
Yo? No. I did not mean to.
Why would you ever tell me that? It's not because I'm I didn't know. I didn't know you wanted to see that. Oh my God. I didn't know. You should never touch it. You don't touch it. I didn't know you were actually oh my God. Oh.
I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I did not know it was a concealed weapon. I did not know he concealed a loaded weapon or anything like that.
Okay, I'm gonna read you your rights, okay? Yes, sir. I'm gonna get you secured first, and I'll read you the rights. Okay, so don't say anything until I read your rights. Yes, sir. All those are my receipts. Okay, my receipts, like talking about now. I have more than 2 hours. I work at 18 more.
While it could be considered strange that Joshua is focused on getting to work as his friend lies unresponsive inside the house, officers still have no solid evidence to suggest a hidden motive.
Joshua died. He's one I've seen him well, we've called before. He doesn't have much of a record himself, fortunately. He's a really nice kid. Yeah, he's been a very good time. He's shocked. He's actually half He's been a Miranda.
But as they speak with Hannah, the only other witness in the house, it starts to become evident that this was not just an accident between friends.
You know, took his gun out, put various waistbands, so Hannah dropped it.
I don't know about the time. They didn't realize that. They just started on the board. Josh started it. He's like playing doing it, acting around. And he was like, oh, okay, but I can't. Like, you can start with 10% and then go up. And then Josh,
What Hannah and none of the officers know yet is the depth of the dark jealousy Joshua harbors, a motive that will slowly come to the surface as the investigation unfolds.
That's what you saw in the bombing. It's,
yeah, I didn't even see it happen. I never saw him pick up the gun. So I had just moved away.
So you didn't physically see him, like, punch out?
I saw them punch each other.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I'm talking in, like, pop lingo, like, punch out. I mean, like, we sometimes say that when, like, with our gun, we punch out, like,
I never saw him grab the gun or point the gun. I just heard it, and I was like, I didn't really understand what it was. I just felt the ringing in my ear. And it almost felt like something like ricocheted.
How close were you?
I was so close. Like, we were all so close. My kitchen is small. It's a small apartment. We were all in that small little kitchen. And I was already turned away, like, starting to walk the other direction. And then Neil started going behind me, and then he just fell down, and then there was blood everywhere.
You heard the name. And what do you see?
So at first I was still going the other direction, and Neil was still behind me, and it wasn't for like a minute later until I was like back in the kitchen where I saw all the blood everywhere, and then Neil like fell to the ground.
Did Neil say anything?
No.
He wasn't talking. He didn't say nothing.
No, but he was still awake for a little bit. Like he collapsed and
crying.
Rolled back, but I ran out of the apartment and called the cops immediately. And then came back in. First time I checked his pulse. The girl on the phone wanted me to grab the gun.
You could unmute or no?
And then I was like making sure that Josh was putting pressure because I couldn't do it. And he was putting pressure the whole time. And when I checked just 2 minutes before you guys got here, he was still breathing, like or still had a pulse. And I feel like since we were drinking, like I feel like I can't even fully process that all this happened, which makes me feel even more bad because
you can't have done nothing, right? Don't put that guilt on you. There's nothing that you could have done.
I just don't understand if like he was mad that once they did the boxing, even though he wanted to start it. I know that Neil has a harder hit, but I saw it and it looked pretty even. Like Neil went light on him, but I'm wondering if that made him mad. But it didn't seem like it because everything was fine afterwards. And then it was so random. It all happened like 5 minutes into it. I don't really understand how you think done is just a flashlight.
Yeah, that's one.
All right, welcome back. This is the second part in several that I'll be releasing in a conversation that I had with Dan from Men Need to Be Heard. For those of you who are familiar with Dan, he's an absolute wonderful resource. I'll leave his information down below. In the second part of that conversation that he and I had, we talk about the role of the church and spirituality that happens during divorce and separation, and often what happens is the detrimental effects that they have on men. If you're new here, my name is Todd. I'm an author, I'm a psychologist. I'm the author of Confessions. Got a copy in the back right there. Looking for a link in the description. You can get a free chapter there as well. So without further ado, I hope that you are in the right place. We're going to discuss the role of the church and spirituality in men's divorce and separation.
Part of it was, so we were very involved with our church at the time. In fact, we had financial ties. And so the church, continues to tell me, work on it. You got to do this. You got to fix it. You got to fight for it, all these other kinds of things. So with their persistence that you said, there was no me leaving. It would have been ostracized or whatever from their community even more if I would have just kind of walked away. So that was a big part of me deciding, I'm not going to make any decisions. I won't let her do it. If this is going to hell, it's going to be because she wants it that way. And a large part of it, so again, it's that social influence. And one of the things I tell people now is, do not ever speak to a therapist, an attorney, or someone else for professional help. But if people do not have a vested or financial or any type of dog in your race, they have no business telling you what to do with such important decisions. And that's why I wish somebody would have told me 20 years ago. So
it's interesting. It's interesting, Todd, because I am not religious in any way. And I was reading the book, and I could tell you were, and it's intertwined with your whole family dynamic, right? It was a struggle. You could sense it coming off the pages. That I don't know quite how to put it, but the church is going to ban you for lack. I don't know what the terminology I should use there is.
Just like shame and guilt, just like
but when that's not something I could relate to, but you portrayed it in a way that I could understand it, right? And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, as you were going through this and you're trying to reconcile your religious beliefs, and spirituality, whatever way you want to put it, how was that? Because there's a lot of guys out there that are religious. I'm not, right? So I can't relate to it. How was that to, did you talk to the minister, pastor, priest, whatever it was, and as you were going through it, can you kind of just flesh out for me and the audience how you're trying to reconcile all that? Because using the Catholic Church, I know it's it's still death do you part, and you're going to be banned. If you get divorced. Was that some of what was going in play, or how were you navigating all that?
So I'll tell you what. So I'm not spiritually religious at all anymore. In fact, as I'm sure happening with a lot of people, that process leading to my faith, not just in any higher being, but in the literal, physical, and congregation church. And that's because at the time, I have such an external locus of control, and I love locus of control so much. I included it in my dissertation, which is that was about the Force Fathers. I have such an external locus of control. That's why I was listening to everybody else. Oh my God, we need to be doing this. We need to be doing that. And it took me a few years to really get to the point where I actually made the move into an external locus of control. And what I realized was the church is not going to help me. I'm going to have to do this for. I have to do this myself. I have to take control of this situation, and the church is not going to do that for me. So whether it was the God, and spiritual higher being, I lost faith in all of that. It's because I started to take control of my own destiny, my own circumstances. That's when things really kind of started to change for me a lot. Again, listen, I don't want to put down anyone's religion or anything like that. Their faith. I just don't have that, and I lost it in that process. So that's kind of like where the spiritual influence lies. And I'll be honest, probably about the time that about 3 or 4 months after I started writing my blog, I left the church anymore. I would talk to the people there once in a while, but absolutely nothing to do with the church. So that ended actually quite early in my story.
And I got that sense, right? That's why I wanted to ask you about it, because, again, this is something I hear all the time, right? I know of men who are deeply religious. I'm thinking of one right now who went to church twice a week. All of that. Very heavily involved in all of the aspects of the church. And went through a divorce, dealt with the guilt of it all, because, they went, in this particular case, they went to the priest for counseling, which was a disaster. Because basically all they got was lectures and have to stay together. We're not going to deal with it.
By the way, that's exactly what I was saying as well.
Yeah, which does nothing. It doesn't address any issues. Just
it doesn't fix anything.
Suck it up and deal with it. No, that's not going to help, right? But he eventually abandoned the church, and I talk to him frequently now, and he feels a loss, but he doesn't, if that makes sense. He misses the family aspect of it, but he doesn't miss the hypocrisy, right?
Yes, absolutely. I totally resonate with that.
And again, it's not something I can resonate with, because it doesn't. I'm not really going to have that. But it's interesting that you kind of touch on that in the book, and again, it speaks to why people should read it, because you're sharing things that many people might go through, or not, but you get a better understanding by doing that.
Astragoth Zulahu. Zulahu.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. I'm dropping another segment of a podcast that I did with Dan from Men Need to Be Heard. If you've seen a couple of my videos in the past, thank you again for coming and you recognize our faces. I share the segments in which we spoke about men's divorced fathers' relationships with their children and that communication with their young children in particular, as well as the relationships with other people, family, romantic relationships, post-divorce. If you're new here, my name is Todd. I'm glad you're here. I'm a psychologist and I'm an author. I advocate for men. I would really appreciate it because this is a new channel. If you could just give me a like, give me a comment, tell me what you would like to see or any way that I can improve. So without further ado, here's Dan and I.
One of the struggles that came across during the book many times was how you were viewing yourself as a father, right? You talk about in the book, how's this going to hurt my kids? And you knew from prior history, we kind of touched on it earlier, and all of that. And so, it keeps guys in bad relationships. It's the number one reason men stay, is they don't want to lose their kids, right? They don't want to be marginalized, disconnected from them. And you were struggling through it. It comes out of all the pages. What do you say to those guys? How has it worked out for you, I guess is the way I put it?
It was a real struggle, and as you said, and I know it was not just a 2-month phase. I know nearly 2.5 years that I wrote. It was constant. It was month after month. I was writing. I don't know what this means. I hope my daughters don't hate me for leaving. You never know what they're hearing when they're with the other parents, right? And with them being such a young age, I couldn't have conversations with them when they're 5, 8, 12 years old. So what I did was, I just kept hoping and wondering. I hope that they're okay. I hope they don't hate me when they get older. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I don't know what to do. And you'll even see in there those letters that I wrote to each of them. That was never shared with them. That was just what I wanted to write to them. They were not old enough at that time, to get a letter like that. So no, I never shared that. You always wonder. We all do. And also this is part of the normalizing process for a lot of guys is you don't know what they know. Like I guarantee you that they don't know 90% of what I wrote over the course of almost 2.5 years. They have no idea what I did for it, what I did, and why I did it. So I don't want to push it on them, but tell them if they want.
But the key point, Ty, is I was someone who was estranged from my father. My mother alienated me as best she could. Same with my stepsister with her father. I wish to God, I can't express enough, I wish I had a book like yours for my dad. Because even though we reconciled later, I actually lived with him, from 16 till just about 20, but we never rebuilt our relationship because he, and I'm speaking for him because he never expressed it to me. I think he was so hurt by it all and what had happened, he couldn't come out of that, right? And he was an alcoholic because of it, I have no doubt. If I had had a book like that, I think it would have helped me heal so much faster. It would help me understand decisions I was making, like, I don't know, marrying my first wife. Because I married my mother in the first time, I really did, right? Had I had a book like yours, and gotten a better understanding of how my dad was feeling, what he was thinking, what he was going through, I think it would have changed my life. And that's why I think it's so critical. And a lot of guys are never going to do what you did. But that's where, again, reading the book can give you a better understanding, because your story is not unique to you. That's the key thing that people understand. It's my story also, as we talked about. It's most guys' stories, right? And
this is all of us.
It is all of us. It really is. Sure, specific finite details might not be the same. I don't have a PhD, but you probably didn't work 30 years in computers either, right? So who cares? None of that matters. What matters is what we were feeling and the emotion that we had. And that's the key to the whole thing. So I applaud you for writing it and sharing all that. Knowing what you know now, having done all of this, getting ready to release it to the public, how has it changed you and made you who you are now as far as things like being a partner, father, friend, relationships with people?
I will say this. So one of the things that I told myself early on, and it's still almost a mantra to me still, almost 20 years later, I tell myself I will never ever be in a situation again in which people have so much influence or control over my life. Whether that's friends, dating, and I told women that I dated. We talk about future, and anything like that. So listen, just so you know, whether it's like finances, living arrangements, anything like that, I will never ever put myself in a situation where it can all be taken away. That hasn't always been the most positive or received real well. I still hold on to it but again, I cannot afford to put myself in that situation again, emotionally, financially, and I worked too freaking hard to get to where I am right now. So in a lot of ways, that has affected my current friendships and dating relationships, and quite frankly, some of my family as well. If things come to a head and I need to lose a friend over my values or my moving forward or my plans for my life, it doesn't affect me nearly as much as it used to. In fact, sometimes not at all. It's not always healthy. I don't recommend that. Again, viewers go check with your mental health professionals. But for me, it's worked out great. I have self-confidence, again, like I said, internal locus of control. If it is to be, it's up to me, and I can never go back to it again. I just never could.
And that's a lesson that I hope every man listening to this takes to heart, because I agree with you 100% on that. Don't put yourself in a position where you can lose everything. It could be everything from prenups to separate accounts, all that stuff. I don't want to get into weeds on it, but protect yourself, because 55% of all marriages end in divorce, and that's not factoring in the whatever number percentage that never get to marriage that break up, and that's a pretty high number. So that's critical, and understand that you're not alone. Those are the two big takeaways.
Oh man. Is the balcony open, baby, or no? Sorry. Is the balcony open or no? Can you close it? Okay, okay. Can you turn off the AC then? Can you turn off the AC?
Astragoth,
No, it's because the AC, baby. If the AC is open, the air is going out the balcony. I know, but if it's open at all that cold air goes out. It's a waste of money.
Dormitash, Thaumansia Nunku, Awanrag. Tachuasta Eldramus. Makazia Thaumansi. Hasut Udial Manu Ara. Hasut. Hasut Vagator. Or Anath Unmanar Dringorak. Sargon. Sentus Zul Unajar. Angva Grimazul. Brina Shazak. Skazitas. Awanrag. Sharvi Baraksta. Draj da Baraku. Ulanu. Dakuasta Elgram. Migdalastok. Tagrungron Apgru. Gorndok. Groti Gor. Thunder. Dumskar Fles. Dwarfs. Isanu Lachis. Rick. Sharbi Ahi. Su El Grargi. Feyu Seker.
Oh.